Hi, and thank you for joining us for a tutorial overview of how Polaris Automated Communications feature works. Our platform allows you to send announcements to your entire community, street, building, or floor with one click. You can send that announcement by email, phone, or text. You can allow your residents to choose how they want to hear from you. They can even select their language preference. Or you can set the communications preference yourself. In addition to sending announcements, you can send messages to just one resident or send documents and event notifications. Polaris makes it simple to keep your residents informed. Let's go in and see how this works. Let's click on the Communications tab. Your first option is the Message Center. This is where a history of all of your communications are kept. You can see every message, and you can also see when it was delivered, how it was delivered, and how it was received, a click, voicemail, or live call. If your community sends lots of communications, you can filter your communications by type to make it easier to find the message. Each resident will also have a history of all communications sent to them in their resident record in Polaris as well. Next, let's click on Send Announcement, which will bring you to this screen. This number here reflects the number of communications credits you have. Communications credits are used for phone calls and text messages. Emails are free and unlimited with your Polaris subscription. When you begin your announcement, you have a choice to use a template. If you have common notices, you may want to add them to your templates by clicking here after you type your message and having that template available for future use. Let's do a fresh notification in this case. You would type in your subject, then you'll type your message into the text message box. You can then copy that message into the phone message box and then again into the email message box. Here at the bottom is where you have some options for your message. The first question is, when do you want to send the message? Now or sometime in the future? You can set up a message to go out up to 2 weeks in advance. The next question is, who do you want to send it to? All of your community? Or do you want to be more specific? You can drill down to send messages to specific streets, buildings, floors, and units. Next, you can choose which groups to send your message to. You can send to everyone, or you can select certain groups to receive your message. This next option, Emergency Force Call, is available to you if you have an emergency. Your message will start with, "This is an emergency call from," and it will list your community name. Selecting this option will send a phone message to all of the residents in your community. The message will also be sent via email or text as well if your residents have selected those options as their communications preference. In these cases, it's very important to have the most up-to-date contact info in Polaris to ensure you reach everyone when needed. Polaris helps with keeping your information current. Your residents can keep their own information up to date for you. The send using refers to how you'll send the message. Our messaging defaults to using the communications preference that has been set. If you want to override that, you can and select a different option. You can choose to send only emails, phone, or text. Lastly, when you're ready to send, you can select this option if you'd like to see a preview of everyone who's getting the message. If you don't want that, just deselect it by choosing Send without a preview. Then click Preview and Send to send your message. Or if you're not ready, you can save this as a draft. You can also send yourself a test message at any time by clicking here. The Send Message feature works just the same way, but you want to use this option if you have just one or a few residents in a community that you want to send a message to. Click on Send Message. You can then check off the residents you want to send a message to. Then click Send Message. The same screen as Send Announcement comes up, and you can go through the same exact steps to send your message. If you need to send a document out, you would use Send Document. You would add in your subject and then the content of your message. You can select to send this document to your entire community or to specific locations in your community. You can also choose to send your document to everyone or to specific groups, board members, managers, owners, and more. You can send multiple documents out in one email, and you would attach them here. You can see a preview of who will be receiving your document, or you can just send it. Thanks so much for watching. That covers how to send messages through Polera.